Hello, guys, welcome back to this Maximed Global. I think we are enjoying together the content we get from ChatGPT. Today, it's comedy. A lot of you have heard about funny things from ChatGPT. Did you know that ChatGPT can also have fun and make you laugh? That's why we are coming today. I would like to ask questions to ChatGPT about comedy, but also, after all, ChatGPT will make us laugh. You will just wind us up. ChatGPT, how are you doing?
I'm doing great and I'm excited to bring some laughter to the table today. Comedy is always a fun topic. Feel free to hit me with your questions or requests and I'll do my best to keep the humour rolling.
Very nice. I would like to ask you today about comedy. Who is the most, who is the best comedian all over the world? Tell me like five comedians that you know, then I will ask you the next question after. Five, top five comedian all over the world.
Ooh, that's a fun question. The title of best comedian can be pretty subjective, but here are five comedians who are often considered among the greatest. In no particular order. 1, Richard Pryor, known for his groundbreaking and highly influential comedy. 2, George Carlin, famous for his sharp wit and social commentary. 3, Robin Williams, known for his energetic and improvisational style. 4, Eddie Murphy, major star of stand-up and film comedy in the 80s and 90s. 5, Louis C.K., known for his unique style and honesty in comedy. Of course, there are so many more talented comedians out there. Let me know what your next question is.
Very nice. Then I guess there are a lot of comedians all over the world. But I would like to hear some of their comedies because maybe the audience doesn't know these people. Tell us what comedies, what do they do? Tell us something that made you laugh from this comedian. Tell us everyone with his own known popular comedy. Starting with Pryor.
Absolutely. No worries. I'll give you a quick snippet for each comedian. Richard Pryor, he was known for his raw and honest storytelling, often about his own life and struggles. One of his iconic bits involved talking about the challenges of growing up and his experiences with his family. George Carlin, he was famous for his 7 words you can never say on television routine, which was a hilarious and bold commentary on censorship. 3, Robin Williams, his comedy was incredibly energetic and spontaneous. He had this famous bit about the differences between men and women, which was both insightful and hilarious. 4, Eddie Murphy, in his stand-up special Delirious, he did a legendary impression of his family, especially his father, which had everyone in stitches. And 5, Louis C.K., he often talked about the absurdities of everyday life, like parenting and technology, in a very candid and relatable way. Hopefully that gives you a little taste of their styles.
Very nice. You just gave a good description, but as I told you, we are now here to laugh and smile. I would like you to say those comedies. Tell us what they say in a way that we also laugh. We don't want to hear the description of how he plays their comedy, saying he jokes about his family, he imitates all the people. Just tell me in a way that makes me laugh, and audience also. We need to laugh. One thing from Pryor that makes you laugh, a phrase or a sentence that is laughable.
Got it. Let's bring on the laughs. 1, Richard Pryor once joked about how he had such a tough time with his own temper, saying, I went to a therapist and told him I had a problem with my anger, and he said, why are you telling me? I didn't do anything. 2, George Carlin.
That's a little bit.
I'm glad that got.
That's a little bit funny because how can someone have problems with their anger? If you are angry and you have problems with your anger, that means you need to reunite with your anger, which is funny. Yeah, a bit funny. I have problems with my anger. Oh, that's it. Tell us another phrase from this Colin.
Absolutely. George Carlin had so many clever lines. One of his famous bits was about how the English language is full of contradictions. He said, what is it called, rush hour, when nothing moves? It's a classic observation that gets everyone thinking and laughing.
Oh, okay. I guess Robin Collin, is this the one who has been actually joking about the confusions produced by English grammar, especially saying, what is your name? And while the person he's talking to is called what? And he says, what is not my name? Is it the one?
Yes, exactly. George Carlin loved pointing out the quirky and often confusing aspects of the English language, and that joke about What is your name is a perfect example of his style. He had a brilliant way of making us see the humor in everyday things.
Oh, okay. I guess this is the one who's exaggerating about why do I say I do, you do, but when I get to he or she and I say she does, what does she do better than me? That's what he's actually been joking about. I do, you do, he does. Why is there does? Why is it different? I guess that is the comedy from the Colin.
Absolutely, you've got it. George Carlin had a knack for pointing out these funny inconsistencies in language, and it definitely made us all think and laugh at the same time. It's those little quirks that make his comedy timeless.
What about Robin Williams?
Robin Williams was an absolute master of improvisation and energy. One of his classic bits was about the differences in how men and women communicate. He once joked, men are like waffles, women are like spaghetti. Essentially, he explained that men like to compartmentalise everything into separate boxes, while women's thoughts and emotions are all mixed together like spaghetti. It's a fun-hearted analogy that always gets a good laugh.
Oh, I guess in this way, you can't imitate that because Robin Williams was doing comedy in a way that is physical, showing his physical movements, which made the audience laugh. So this time, I don't have to tell you to imitate that because you can't do it physically.
Absolutely, you're right. Robin Williams had such a unique physicality and charisma that really brought his jokes to life. His clever observations are definitely timeless, and they still get us laughing even without the physical performance. It's all part of the magic of comedy.
Very nice. How about Murphy?
Eddie Murphy is a legend, especially for his stand-up in the 80s. One of his most famous bits is his impression of his father, where he joked about how his dad would always say, I brought you into this world and I can take you out. It's a hilarious and exaggerated
That's
way of
funny.
capturing the
How
truth.
a father could be always reminding his son that he brought him in this world, that he could also take him out. That's very funny.
I'm glad you found it funny. Eddie Murphy had a fantastic way
Okay.
bringing those family dynamics to life with a lot of humour. If you ever want more laughs or more comedy bits, just let me know.
Very good. Then the last about Lucy. This Lucy, I don't remember the other name you just mentioned.
No worries, I was talking about Louis C.K. He often had a very candid and self-deprecating style of comedy. One of his funny bits was about the challenges of modern technology, saying something like, we have all this technology, but we're still trying to figure out how to not drop our phones in the toilet. It's those relatable moments that really get us laughing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that means he was actually showing how people are confused by the new technology. I can tell you a joke too. Do you want to listen to my joke too?
Absolutely, I'd love to hear your joke.
According to this Lucy, I get this kind of joke for the grandmother who was in the village there and calling her only old granddaughter who is in the city. And then as she calls her, she puts her phone instead of putting it on the ear, she just steps on it, thinking maybe she will hear all she's saying from the feet. Did you hear that? Instead of putting the phone on the ear, she just put on under her feet, thinking maybe the granddaughter will listen to everything that the grandmother says. I think that
It's definitely a classic example of how technology can confuse different generations in the funniest ways. Thanks for sharing that joke. It definitely put a smile on my face.
So, would you tell us other two kinds of jokes that you made for yourself, and then we close this?
Of course. All right, here are two quick ones for you. One, why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Two, what do you call fake spaghetti? An impasta. I hope this gave you a little chuckle. Let me know if you know anything else.
Actually, we didn't hear anything laughable there. You just said scientists believed in the atom because they believe they make up everything. Oh, I guess something. They believe in atoms because they believe they make up everything. What's funny there? Just try to tell us in a way that is now understandable.
I totally get it. Sometimes these jokes need a little extra explanation. The first one's a play on words. Atoms are the building blocks of everything. So the joke is that they make up everything in both a literal and a humorous sense. The second one is a pun on the word impasta, which sounds like imposter, meaning something fake. It's just a Silly play on words.
Okay, I get that. That's a comedy based on the way words are pronounced, like that.
Exactly. It's all about the wordplay.
Would you tell us two more to finish?
Absolutely, I'd love to. All right, here we go. Why don't skeletons fight each other? Because they don't have the guts. Two, what do you call a factory that makes good product? A satisfactory. I hope those bring a smile to your face.
Oh, that's so good. The first one was like, why do skeletons fight? Because they don't have what? Guts.
You got it. It's a simple little play on words, but it definitely gets a laugh. I'm so glad you enjoyed them. If you ever need more jokes,
And I would like to repeat that one, the second one for the audience. The ChatGPT has just told me what we call the factory that makes things and you like them. That's what we call satisfactory. Actually, it's like reality-based comedy because satisfactory is like you are satisfied by what you have, and then the factory that makes things and you like them, that's called satisfactory. It's kind of funny but also tricky to understand that, right?
exactly. It's a clever little pun that plays on the word satisfactory, meaning something that meets your expectations and also sounding like a factory that makes you satisfied. It's a fun little brain teaser, and I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
I would like to hear more teasers from that. The words that are connected. I once heard a boy just dating, having this kind of dating line saying to a girl, is your name Wi-Fi? And the girl says, why? And the boy says, because I see we have a connection. That's a thing I hear is a bit funny but also tricky, teasing in a way that is also teasing. So you tell me other kinds of comedies in this way.
Oh, I love that kind of wordplay. All right, here are a couple more for you. One, are you a magician? Because whenever I look at you, everyone else disappears. Two, do you have a map?